Hi guys, it's Monty the Polka Dot Pinecone. I thought I would come on today and share a few of the items that I use when I craft, and I think along the way there'll probably be a few craft hacks that I could share. Alicia from Alicia's Crafty Hoplap has a she was just asking for people to share some of their craft hacks. So, and I thought I would share some of my things, my supplies, or not supplies, but the tools and stuff that I use, and kind of give you some tips along the way for what works for me and what doesn't, and that kind of thing. So, you may or may not have seen, I posted a video a little while ago of my Sizzix sidekick that bit the dust. I tried to run something through it. And it was just it didn't seem like very thick to me, but I just forgot all about it, and I tried to run a piece of thin corrugated paper through my sidekick, and it broke the handle off and got stuck and everything. So anyway, as far as like what you see here, I use this We Are Memory Keepers magnetic cutting mat. It's well used. You can see it's got glue and stuff all over it, but anyway, it keeps I don't want my desk to get ruined, so I keep this on here. I like it because it's magnetic. It came with a ruler and a couple little magnets also. I just leave the ruler up there most of the time, but I like it because it's got the measurements along both sides, so it's just real easy when I need to measure something. I can just lay it out here and measure it real fast. So that's what I use in it, and I can cut on it if I want to take like a like a craft knife and cut something out. I can use it on here. I can do whatever. I can paint. I can glue, glitter, all that kind of stuff. I do have one of those mats for like mixed media and stuff, but I don't keep it out. So like if I'm doing something real, it's one of these. I have it all rolled up and I keep it here. It's from Ranger. You unfold it, and so it's real good for like if you're doing like like doing a lot of painting or stuff like that. You can use this to work on and also to protect your surface, and everything just wipes right off of it. So I just keep that in my drawer because I don't use that all the time, especially nowadays. I haven't been doing as much mixed media as I have in the past. So anyway, so that's the work surface that I work on typically. Right over beside my desk, I have this is where I keep my hot glue gun and my my heat gun. And so I made this little thing. This is kind of a craft hack here. This is just one of those plastic binders. I can get at the dollar store, or even like after school. School season starts and they clearance out stuff. I bought a whole bunch of these, the same color, these binders, and you can get 2 out of the front and 2 out of the back. So you can get like 4 of these, and what I do is just put it down here, and so that way how your glue gun is always just kind of, if you have it on for very long, it's dripping stuff and that kind of stuff. So anyway, it works real good for just leaving it sit there, so it doesn't make a big mess on my desk, and it just kind of catches it all, and then it'll just, most of the time it just brushes off. So this is stuff that hasn't brushed off it, but I don't really even try. I just kind of just peel it off a little bit, and then if you've used it up or whatever, after a while you can just just throw it away and do another one. You could also do the same thing. What I do for like if I want to like mix up some like say gosh, I can't think. If I want to mix up some oh, the paste, why can't I think? The craft paste stuff to dupe, to use on your stencils and stuff. I can't even think of the word. Anyway, if you want to do that, or if you want to paint, you can just take any kind of piece of paper. This is just something I had laminated, but you can just laminate any kind of piece of paper and just use it on that, and then you can just wipe it off. I mean, it just make yourself something out of some pretty paper or something and just laminate it, and you can use that to mix up paints and your pastes, and I like to emboss on it, and then I can just pour my stuff back in real quick. So anyway, that's just an easy do-it-yourself thing. Let's see. Let me show you what else. Okay, so now that I'm broke my little die cutter, let me show you what other ones I use. So I have a bad neck. I was injured and have a bunch of herniated vertebrae that are protruding into my spinal column. So anyway, I had surgery once. I got like 3 levels fused, and plates and screws, and more are needing to be fixed again. So anyway, I have a hard time with, using my arms. My arms go numb, stuff like that. So this die cutter is great. This is what I use. This is a Gemini Junior by Crafter's Companion. And so you just put your die on a piece of paper there, and then make your little sandwich. Put it on, and see if I can do this with one hand, and then just run it through, and I don't have to turn the knob or anything. I'll get it started with one hand. And then it goes through, and out other side, and you're done. So this works great, and I love it. But this one you can't put thick stuff in, and you can't use your big, like your regular Sizzix steel roll dies. So all you can use is the thin, the metal ones, the thin metal ones like this. But I love it. It works great. So just so you know, that's the one I use for that. And then right beside it here, I have my my Sizzix Big Shot Plus, and so it's the big one. I had a smaller one. I've had numerous ones over the years. I had a regular size one. When it broke, I decided to get the big one that would accommodate all the big, long, extra long bigs, dies and stuff. So I can use all that through here, but I can still use my short regular ones. So like say right now, I can take these plates out. I can put this one in. And even though I'm not using, I could use the big set or the little set, either one. I've taken my steel roll die, so this is the one I'm talking about. You can't use on the Gemini. Okay, so it's a Sizzix steel roll die, and I put a piece of corrugated. This is what I was trying to cut with when I ruined my sidekick. And I love my sidekicks. So I'm going to be buying another one because I, a lot of times just cut a lot of small stuff. So I loved having that, and I would keep it right beside me on my other side of my desk. So anyway, what you do with this, just run it through, and here is, sorry guys, trying to do this with one hand. I don't know how else to do it with. Okay, so this cuts great. So this is cut out my little gumball machine and stuff, and you can use all kinds of stuff, acetate and, real thick chipboard and everything, and it works great. So anyway, that's my other manual machine. So I do a lot of die cutting, so that's what I keep close to me. I've had it before at like a different station, so that I would just like go over to the die cut station, but I do so much of it, it seems like it was just easier for me to move it right by me, so that I'm always doing that. So it's close by, so I can still be in my chair if I want to. So that's the die cutting machines that I use, and like I say, my sidekick would be sitting right here beside me. Normally, it would be sectioned right on there to the table, but since it's broke, I have to buy a new one now. Okay, and then right beside here, I have a little We Are Memory Keepers. It's the little mini guillotine cutter, which I love, but you can only fit small stuff through it. So I don't use it as much as I thought I was going to, because it seems like I'm always, I'm always getting like a big 12 by 12 sheet or whatever and starting from there. So what I end up using more, and it would just depend on how much stuff you guys cut, whether this would be worth it, but this is the cutter that I use. because it holds up to, it fits up to 12 by 12. So this is a Fiskars guillotine cutter, and I love it. It stays so sharp all the time. I don't have any frayed edges, stuff like that. It has a little guard. This right here, little thing keeps the handle down. When you're ready to use it, you just let it go and it pops up, and you just, so it works great, and it fits, it goes up to 13 inches. So you can fit 12 by 12s in there easily. So that's the cutter that I use, and I love it. I have like paper in my eBay store that's for sale, and I use this all the time to cut it, because I used to use one of the little slide, the little slide cutters, which I still use occasionally just for like projects, but not for doing like a lot of paper, a lot of cutting. I'll still use that if I have something that I don't want to pull this out for, the big one, or it's too big for that, then I'll use my other one. And it's over here. Let me go grab it and show you. So sorry, my crafting was kind of a mess. But let me show you what it is that I use. It's this one here. So this is the one that I use when I'm not going to use either of these guillotine cutters. And it's a Fiskars also. And I like this one better, how it opens up, and then you put this down, and then you pull that down. And then you can replace the blades if you want. And then this arm extends out if you need to. So that's the cutters and the die cutting systems that cutters that I use. I have electronic ones also. I have them in a different spot. They're kind of out in the room. Let me do you a quick turn around. Right out there on that cart, I have my Cricut Maker on top, and then my older Cricut. I don't remember which one it is. Underneath there, so that I can pull it out, and because you have to have room behind it too for the paper to come through. And that's just sitting just outside my room because I am full in here. Even my sewing machine is sitting right there on the edge. Just like when I put a big piece of paper through there, I have to like bend it up and pull it through because it's in too crowded of a spot. So anyway, that is a start of what tools that I use. Some of the bigger tools, I'll do some more videos on some of this other stuff. But I thought I'd give you, since I just broke my sidekick, I thought I would give you a peek at the different die cutters and paper cutters that I use. So if you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everybody. Everybody stay safe and take care. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.